You're listening to Wildcats Live on Edmonson County's #1 source for local news and information, edmonsonvoice.com.
Good evening, Wildcat fans. We're here at Wildcat Field behind the Edmonson County 5-6 Center. I'm Double D Darren Dole, and alongside me is Granville Meredith, a.k.a. Granny, for another live broadcast here on the home for Edmonson County Sports, Wildcats Live, presented by Alfred's Pharmacy. It's time for the Bank of Edmonson County countdown to first pitch tonight. The Wildcats will take on the Monroe County Falcons, which are coached by Jerome Taylor II. The Falcons are 6-16 on the season and have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. They've recent losses to Clinton, Metcalfe, Barron, and Adair counties, and 1 win against Metcalfe County as they faced Metcalfe twice in a short span. The Wildcats are coached by Michael Meredith. They are currently 11-12 on the year. They've won 2 out of their last 5 contests, with losses to Grayson County, Breckenridge, and Greenwood, which was last night. They got thumped pretty good there in Bowling Green, so let's hope they can turn the corner tonight. They've notched victories against Caverna and Grayson County during that span. We're going to take a commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to go over our Edmonson Center injury report and discuss the Taking Care business list. This is Wildcats Live, presented by Alfred's Pharmacy, only on edmonsonvoice.com.
Our people make the difference, a friend that's always there. At Bank of Edmonson County, you're our first priority.
Bank of Edmonson County is your locally owned and operated community bank serving the area since 1925. You'll find modern technology like mobile banking through our app and internet banking with bill pay, but can still expect old-fashioned personal service you can trust. At Bank of Edmonson County, our employees are our most valuable asset, and our customers will always be our first priority. Good luck to the Wildcats and Lady Cats this season. Come see us in Brownsville, Bowling Green, or Smiths Grove.
Our people make the difference, a friend that's always there. At Bank of Edmonson County, you're our first priority.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Healthcare can be a scary subject for those that are underinsured, but at A-Plus Family Healthcare, we make sure that's never the case. We have a great program available, and we're here to help you. Call us today for more information. 270-975-4050. Located in the Main Street Center next to Alfred's Pharmacy.
A-Plus Family Healthcare, care is what we
Wildcats Live on the Edmonson Voice is presented by Alfred's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru, located in the Main Street Center in Brownsville. Alfred's Pharmacy provides super fast service, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside their retail location, curbside service, or even free delivery. Call 270-597-1044 to find out how they can save you time and money.
Save time, save money, it's that simple at Alfred's Pharmacy.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on edmonsonvoice.com. You are watching the Bank of Edmonson County countdown to first pitch on Wildcats Live, and joining us right now live is my main man, Granville, Granny Meredith.
Darren, it is such a nice pleasure to be out here in this multi-million-dollar complex at Brownsville Ballpark. Been a lot of changes over the years. We're sitting here reminiscing. I remember way back when, it was I believe it was about 40 years ago when I took the behind the plate as a up-and-coming umpire.
How many years ago?
40 years ago.
40 years? Are you kidding?
But the backstop was way back there.
It's back here where the seats are now.
But yeah, I've been umpiring for 40 years, so you called me up today and asked me if I wanted to come over here and do this, and it's an honor and privilege to come over here back to home.
Awesome. Well, it's a beautiful night for baseball.
Yes, it is.
You know, all week long they said there's going to be rain tonight. Of course, with senior night, forgot to mention that it is senior night here for Edmonson County High School, and just had the senior night festivities here on the field. And so a lot of seniors here being recognized. And we're going to take a quick commercial break here. Actually, look, before we do that, Granville, let's go to the injury report. Do we have anybody on that injury report?
Well, are you sitting down for this?
I'm sitting down.
Nobody on the injury report.
Hallelujah, no injuries. All right, we got that out of the way. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com.
Bank of Edmonson County is now within arm's reach on your smartphone. Our new mobile app offers remote deposit capture, bill payment, and Touch ID. See your transaction history, even turn your card on and off with the swipe of one finger. Available for Android and iPhones through Google Play and the Apple App Store.
Bank of Edmonson County, you're our first priority.
Bank of Edmonson County in Brownsville, Bowling Green, and Smiths Grove, and now on your smartphone.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wildcats Live on the Edmondson Voice is presented by Alfred's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru, located in the Main Street Center in Brownsville. Alfred's Pharmacy provides super fast service, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside their retail location, curbside service, or even free delivery. Call 270-597-1044 to find out how they can save you time and money.
Save time, save money, it's that simple at Alfred's Pharmacy.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. We are here at Edmonson County High School, or well, I guess I should say Wildcat Field, directly behind the Edmonson County 5-6 Center. And we were just talking about, beautiful night for baseball.
Yes.
Weather has been very cooperative. A little bit of an overcast, no sun, no sun in our eyes. That's
and it's
a good
not
thing.
32 degrees.
It's
either.
not 32 degrees, and the wind's not blowing at 32 miles an hour. So tonight's first pitch is brought to you by A-Plus Family Healthcare in Brownsville. And it's time for the Taking Care of Business list, brought to you by the Edmonson County Chamber of Commerce. Granville, what's on that list tonight so the Wildcats can earn a victory here?
Well, the pitchers must throw strikes, and the team has to limit their errors. On paper, the Wildcats look very similar in terms of batting average and other general stats. Mm-hmm. But we've got to throw strikes and keep the errors to a minimum, Darren.
Yeah, Wildcats have gotten into some trouble over the course of the season with, having a little bit of control issues on the mound and, errors. And, when you go out here and you take the field, obviously you don't want to beat yourself. And so hopefully if the Wildcats can eliminate that, then going to see some pretty decent baseball tonight. Also, the Lady Cats are playing at Warren Central tonight, and they lost to Warren East last night, but I'm going to tell you, it was a great game to watch, despite the loss. Callie Webb, 2 home runs, one of them was a grand slam, and team still couldn't figure out how to win. So let's hope they can pull out a win tonight at Warren Central, and so wish them luck. We're going to take another quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about starting lineups, and we'll be just about ready to start this thing. You're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com.
It's important to support the home team, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agents understand that. When something happens, they're working hard to make things right for you. So whether you're a Bulldog, a Blackhawk, or a Wildcat, you'll want to get a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent on your team, like Corey Culbreth. Corey offers a wide variety of coverage through Kentucky Farm Bureau, and he works alongside agency manager Tom Benson and the entire staff at the Edmonson County Farm Bureau office in Brownsville. Call today, 270-597-2127. Healthcare can be a scary subject for those that are underinsured, but at A-Plus Family Healthcare, we make sure that's never the case. We have a great program available, and we're here to help you. Call us today for more information. 270-975-4050. Located in the Main Street Center next to Alfred's Pharmacy.
A-Plus Family Healthcare. Care is what we do.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. We're here, Wildcat Field, as the Wildcats prepare to take on Monroe County here on Senior Night. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Alfred's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru. Granville, let's see who we got on starting lineups tonight.
Let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. From Monroe County, leading off will be number 20, Borg, playing third base. Number 11, Bartley, playing right field. Number 1, Wood, first base. Number 14, Harlan, shortstop. 24, Knuckles, center field. 15, Stinson, he'll be pitching. Number 22, Arnett, second base. 32, Cunningham, I believe, center field, and number 10 will be Emmert, and he'll be in left field. That's from Monroe County. And I wasn't very prepared, so I'll have to look up for the Wildcats. Looks like number 27, Cole Baxter, will be leading off. Had him at, I'm not going to say positions now because everything's been scratched through, so this is from last week. So I'm just going to, we got Cole Baxter starting out, leading off for the Wildcats. Number 3,
Hunter Wilson.
Batting second. Batting third will be Andrew Talley. In the cleanup spot, number 28 will be Dakota Curtis. Number 14, Darren Alexander, will be in the 5th spot. The 6th spot will be Ty Brantley. Number 9, Cam Litch. And I'm not for sure because this has been scratched through number 8. And then number 9 will be
Gage Bramer.
But in the 8th spot, I don't know because it's been scratched through from last time they
looks
played.
like Ian White, but I don't know if
I don't know where it is. So
if the scratch through is
that's
valid.
what I've got right now, Darren. And like I said, I'm not very prepared, but we'll see what's going on here in a minute.
Well, I tell you what, once these boys get up to the plate, we'll tell you who they are. And so,
speaking of the plate, Darren, Keith Madison once told me that he was in a regional tournament with the University of Kentucky Wildcats, and the umpire behind the plate, they were disagreeing a little bit.
Okay.
And so he went out and was talking to him, and the official.
So was he just talking over just a disagreement? They were talking?
Yes. But I think it ended up getting a little heated.
Gotcha.
I'm not really for sure. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get a little bit in depth later on.
Right.
But he said he kind of raised his voice a little bit, and the umpire raised his voice a little bit, and the next thing you know, he tossed him.
Mm-hmm.
So Keith said, well, where do you want me to go? And the umpire said, anywheres that I can't see you. So Keith went and stood on home plate.
Thank you.
So I'm hoping we don't have any shenanigans like that out of the fans here at Wildcat Stadium tonight. But if we do, I'm pretty sure a couple of these guys I've called with before, we may have a tossing tonight, Darren.
Well, maybe. I will say this. When I first started playing baseball in Little Bitty League back in the early 80s, I'll have to say you were my favorite umpire. That's actually how you and I got to know each other back, you said it, 40 years ago. Yep. I hate to even bring that up, but.
Well, I'll tell you another quick story, Darren. I'm not one to when I umpire, I'm not out here for the parents. I'm not out here for the coaches. I'm out here for the kids.
And you're sure not out here for the money.
Yeah, that's true. So if I'm not out here, the kids can't play their game. So I'm out here for the kids, and I'm out here to teach them about the rules and other stuff. And I've told people many years, the day I can't teach and umpire is the day I'm going to hang it up. Mm-hmm. I haven't hung it up in 40 years. Mm-hmm. But going back to those early 80s, we had a Little League tournament here. And you may know this gentleman. His name's Joseph Blanton.
Heard of him, yeah.
Played for the Phillies. I believe he ended up hitting a home run. He may be in the Hall of Fame as
something
a pitcher.
Like that.
Yeah. He was on the Little League team, almost threw a perfect game in the championship game. Their team won. And back then is when you had the All-Stars.
Right.
So they would pick the All-Stars after the championship game. And Mr. Joseph Blanton didn't make the All-Star team.
How about that?
And so I was working as a summer youth program person, working for Gerald Meredith and
who was here tonight, by the way. I saw him.
And Carlton Doc Alexander.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I went to both of them after the game, and I said, I'm not calling another game here unless I get to put my input on who gets to call, who gets put on these All-Star. And they said, what do you mean? I said, Joseph Blanton didn't make the All-Star team. He may not be the best kid out here, but just what he done in championship, he earned the right to go as an all-star. And if you're just going to let people pick and not pick the best players, I'm not going to call again. Well, needless to say, 40 years later, I'm still calling. So
there you are.
I made my point, but and I mean, I think there was a man by the name of Michael Jordan. He got cut from his high school team, so. I understand you get cut, but, I mean, a player needs to be admonished if they do something good, and I think he did really well. And I mean, yeah, I met a lot of these kids. I still have kids come up to me now. A minute ago, we were sitting here, and a little kid come up and give me a hug.
Right.
That's what it's all about to me. You know what I'm saying?
And who knows, Gramble? You may be the reason Joseph Blanton went on to hit a home run in the World Series.
I would like.
It's possible.
I would like to say that's happened, but I don't think so.
You can't say that you hurt his chances.
I didn't hurt his chances. I showed him where the strike zone was.
Obviously Joe never he didn't have any trouble or much trouble finding the strike zone as the years went on.
But Darren, that was the good old days because I mean back then I think Doc and Gerald wore me out because every Little League and every Babe Ruth game I had the plate. Yep. Until I knocked Ricky Decker out of getting his perfect game one year.
I knocked
him out of it. I was behind the plate, but I knocked him out of it. Third pitch of the game, Jason Alexander was catching him, and it was high, so I turned my head to click my counter, and the ball hit me in the ear because Jason missed it. So I went down. They brought an ambulance out. I had to get on the ambulance. I told them to let me get up, blood coming out of my ear, and it was a scary sight. And but yeah, that tore him up. He didn't finish the game.
Jeez, man. Holy cow.
But now, in 40 years, that's the only injury I've ever had. Now, you'll get bumps, and
right.
But that was the only one that took me out of calling the game.
We're here at Edmonson County Wildcat Field. I keep wanting to say Edmonson County High School, but technically it's not the high school.
I think it's a 5-6 center.
5-6 center here. Yeah. It's confusing to people that if you're a visitor and you're coming to Edmonson County baseball field, you drive to the high school, and then you drive around in circles and probably end up driving to Danny Hayes' house before you get back on the right track. But so apparently there's been a little bit of a delay here on the start of the game because of the senior night stuff, and they were a little bit late getting that started. But tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take another break, and we will probably stay in break until we do all the national anthem and some of the pregame stuff. So
and maybe give me time to write down the lineups on my score sheet here. So.
Yeah, maybe. Let's do that. All right, you listen to Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com.
Our people make the difference. A friend that's always there. At Bank of Edmonson County, you're our first priority.
Bank of Edmonson County is your locally owned and operated community bank serving the area since 1925. You'll find modern technology like mobile banking through our app and internet banking with bill pay, but can still expect old-fashioned personal service you can trust. At Bank of Edmonson County, our employees are our most valuable asset, and our customers will always be our first priority. Good luck to the Wildcats and Lady Cats this season. Come see us in Brownsville, Bowling Green, or Smiths Grove.
Our people make the difference. A friend that's always there. At Bank of Edmonson County, you're our first priority.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Wildcats Live.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
With Jamie Carnes.
Jamie, please.
Darren Doyle.
Oh, really, Darren?
You could ask yourself a question.
Well, Lottie frickin' da!
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You ought not talk that way, you just a boy.
Jamie, please.
Oh, really, Darren?
Do I feel lucky?
Good one, Patrick.
You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey.
Well, do you, punk?
Jamie, please.
Oh, really, Darren?
I got a bad feeling about this.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Ooh, I get it. I love it. I love it.
Jamie, please.
Oh, really, Darren?
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
You're listening to Wildcats Live, only on EdmonsonVoice.com.
Save time, save money, it's that simple, simple as it can be. Save time, save money, it's that simple at Alfred's Pharmacy.
Are you tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month? You can now fill all your medications at once with the Alfred's Pharmacy Simple Fill program. That's right, all your medications at once with Simple Fill. Save time, save money. It really is that simple at Alfred's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru, located in the Main Street Center in Brownsville. Call 270-597-1044 to find out how. Simple Fill at Alfred's Pharmacy.
Save time, save money, it's that simple, simple as it can be. Save time, save money, it's that simple at Alfred's Pharmacy.
Memories don't die, they live on in our hearts forever. A tombstone or marker should be as unique as the one it honors. Whether it's a simple but elegant headstone or a stately family grave tribute, Patton Brantley Monuments will work with you to create an exclusive masterpiece. We offer a large selection of monuments to honor your loved ones, available in all colors of granite and marble with all shapes and custom designs. To learn more about Patton Brantley Monuments, visit pattonfuneralhome.com. CB Food Store is proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery. We feature our very own in-house butcher, fresh fruits and vegetables, a fantastic deli with grab-and-go meals and homemade desserts, and if we don't have what you need, just let us know and we'll do our best to get it. We're also happy to carry your groceries out for you. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 597-2035 and like us on Facebook. CB Food Store. Proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery store. Edmonson County High School Sports is proudly sponsored by Precision Strip, the largest toll processor of metals in the USA. For more information and for job opportunities, go to precision-strip.com. That's precision-strip.com. Not only jobs, but career opportunities are available at Precision Strip, located in the Kentucky Trans Park. Precision-strip.com. It's not something we like to talk about. It makes lots of folks uncomfortable. But the truth is, it's part of life. Folks have many needs when they lose a loved one, and one of those is a friend. Roy Grable and the staff at Grable Funeral Home have been friends of this community for a long time. Let Grable Funeral Home be a friend to you with pre-need counseling or other services. No one likes to talk about it, but at Grable Funeral Home, you can talk it over with a friend.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Kentucky. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Patton Funeral Home is a family-operated business that has proudly served Edmondson, Barron, and the surrounding counties since 1969. In our close-knit community, we consider those we serve our neighbors, family, and friends. We're committed to providing affordable excellence to all that place their trust in us. Patton Funeral Home, serving you in 3 locations: Brownsville, Park City, and now Cave City. Visit pattonfuneralhome.com, continuing a heritage of caring.
Our people make the difference, a friend that's always there. At Bank of Edmonson County, you're our first priority.
Bank of Edmonson County is your locally owned and operated community bank serving the area since 1925. You'll find modern technology like mobile banking through our app and internet banking with bill pay, but can still expect old-fashioned personal service you can trust. At Bank of Edmonson County, our employees are our most valuable asset, and our customers will always be our first priority. Good luck to the Wildcats and Lady Cats this season. Come see us in Brownsville, Bowling Green, or Smiths Grove.
Our people make the difference, a friend that's always there. At Bank of Edmonson County, you're our first priority.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Healthcare can be a scary subject for those that are underinsured, but at A-Plus Family Healthcare, we make sure that's never the case. We have a great program available, and we're here to help you. Call us today for more information. 270-975-4050. Located in the Main Street Center next to Alford's Pharmacy.
A-Plus Family Healthcare. Care is what we do.
It's important to support the home team, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agents understand that. When something happens, they're working hard to make things right for you. So whether you're a Bulldog, a Blackhawk, or a Wildcat, you'll want to get a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent on your team, like Corey Culbreth. Corey offers a wide variety of coverage through Kentucky Farm Bureau, and he works alongside agency manager Tom Benson and the entire staff at the Edmonson County Farm Bureau office in Brownsville. Call today, 270-597-2127. Wildcats Live on the Edmonton Voice is presented by Alford's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru, located in the Main Street Center in Brownsville. Alford's Pharmacy provides super fast service, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside their retail location, curbside service, or even free delivery. Call 270-597-1044 to find out how they can save you time and money.
Save time, save money, it's that simple at Alford's Pharmacy.
CB Food Store is proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery. We feature our very own in-house butcher, fresh fruits and vegetables, a fantastic deli with grab-and-go meals and homemade desserts, and if we don't have what you need, just let us know and we'll do our best to get it. We're also happy to carry your groceries out for you. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 597-2035 and like us on Facebook. CB Food Store. Proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery store.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmontonVoice.com. That was an extended break, wasn't it?
That was long.
I think you went to – did you go to Morgantown and back?
Well, I had to go over to high school and dig out an old lineup to get so I could write it down, and then it was wrong, and then Larry Starnes said, come here. And he opened the book, and there it was all pretty and neat. So
Larry strikes
I got
again.
what I need.
Okay, sounds great. We're just about ready to get this thing off. Andrew Talley will be on the mound starting tonight for the Wildcats. Dakota Curtis will be behind the plate. And as we said, beautiful night for baseball here at Wildcat Field. Wildcats need this win to break even at 500. They are currently 11-12 on the season. And like I said earlier, got thumped pretty good by Greenwood last night. And so let's hope they can turn things around here. And if they do what's on the taking care of business list, pitch control and cutting down on some errors and hopefully doing all the other good things that we like baseball players to do well, then they'll come out of here with a W and break even here at 500. So let's hope that's the case. Also want to wish the Lady Cats good luck tonight. They're at Warren Central playing softball. So
We getting any live updates from there?
Yes, we will get live updates throughout the night.
Sweet.
Infield takes their positions. Talley takes the mound. And first batter comes to the plate for Monroe County. That's a Briar Bork. And they say that it hit the top of his helmet.
So that is a hit by pitch.
Okay, I didn't see that, but interesting.
I heard an odd sound, but I didn't know it was his helmet.
Right? Okay, then. So Reese Bartley batting now for the Falcons. Ball one high. Talley checks the runner. Back to first he goes. Close. But he gets back in time. Ian White over there on first base. Also a senior. Senior night tonight here at Wildcat Field. Ian White, a senior. Andrew Talley, also a senior. Here comes the pitch from Talley. Strike one.
If I counted correctly, I think there's 7 of them, Darren.
That's a lot of seniors.
Almost a baseball team.
1-1 the count here. Tally back to first. He goes again. Tally pitch, swing and a miss. And that's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bartley hitting .333 on the season as Tally goes back to first base again. Granville, you talked about this in the pregame, how the stats, the batting averages and all that looks about the same. But, you know, when you get out here in the dirt, ain't nobody really looking at that stuff anymore. It's Bartley fouls one off.
Stats are good, but when it comes time to get on the dirt, you've got to play the game.
Tally checks the runner at first. 1-2 the count here. And that's in the dirt. It gets by Curtis, and the runner will advance. On a wild pitch.
He lost his prosthetic or something. Arm bar or something.
2-2 the count on Bartley. Pitch is in the dirt. That's ball 3. Full count here. Top of the first inning here at Wildcat Field on senior night. Tally checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. They're going down to third. The runner will steal third. Bartley will walk. So 2 on, nobody out for Tally. As Travis Wood steps up to the plate now for the Falcons. Wood hitting .426 on the year. Wood, ground ball to the shortstop. They go to second. They get 1. No throw to first. So they'll get to force out, but the run scores. And the Falcons take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning with 1 away. Runner's going to second.
Ooh.
And the throw is offline.
Good throw. He may have been dead. Just a little off to the right there. I don't know if you ever caught any, Darren.
I did not. I was too tall.
But when you have to catch the ball and then throw to second and the batter's still swinging.
Yeah. And that's a solid shot right to the shortstop. I'm sorry, the second baseman. That's Baxter makes the catch. And 2 away. So Tally's got 2 outs. He's got 1 runner at second base.
Now batting number 24, Knuckles.
Bryson Knuckles up to the plate now for the Falcons. Hitting .255 on the season. He takes strike 1 right down the pipe. And that's hit to right field, and that's going to be right. Oh, that's going to be an error. I started to say that was almost 2. Gage Bramer out there, but it bounced right off of his glove, and another run will score. So there's an error for the Wildcats here. you know, man, sometimes you got it until you don't.
That's true.
Caleb Stinson now batting for the Falcons. Got a runner on first here, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, straight up the middle. Wilson will make the catch and over to Ian White, and they'll get him.
So, Darren, looks like Monroe County scored 2 runs on no hits, 1 error, and so they lead after half inning of 2-0.
Sounds like the Wildcats have already got some work to do on the offensive end. Let's hope they get those bats going. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more Wildcat baseball. You're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com.
It's important to support the home team, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agents understand that. When something happens, they're working hard to make things right for you. So whether you're a Bulldog, a Blackhawk, or a Wildcat, you'll want to get a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent on your team, like Corey Culbreth. Corey offers a wide variety of coverage through Kentucky Farm Bureau, and he works alongside agency manager Tom Benson and the entire staff at the Edmonson County Farm Bureau office in Brownsville. Call today, 270-597-2127.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. Tonight's first inning action is brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, and the Wildcats coming to the plate here in the bottom of this first. And, you know, Granville, you talked about that taking care of business list, the things that are important for the Wildcats to win tonight. Having a little issues here in the top of the first, at least.
I'm saying if I'd hate to have 7 errors and have 1 an inning, but
right.
I'd like to come back out next inning and have 0 errors.
That sounds good.
And work on that.
That sounds good. And so for Monroe County, Caleb Stinson will be on the mound tonight, right-handed pitcher. And his catcher tonight is, well, we don't have.
Yeah, it's Curtis.
Curtis. No, that's our catcher.
Oh, that's ours. Please hold. I've got it over here on the other sheet.
Yeah, because I don't have him on my roster.
That was that Carnahan, maybe.
Carnahan.
I said Cunningham a minute ago when I think it's Carnahan.
Gotcha. So Carnahan's the catcher. So Monroe County put a crooked number up here in the top of the first, so let's see if Edmonson County can do the same as the leadoff for Edmonson County comes to the plate, and that's going to be Cole Baxter.
Leading off for the Wildcats, the bottom of the first, number 27, Cole Baxter.
So Baxter digs in. Here's the pitch. Outside.
Just a bit outside.
Baxter swings at a high pitch out of the zone. 1-1 the count here. He takes low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the first inning here at Wildcat Field on senior night against Monroe County. And he swings. That's right to the second baseman, and that'll be out number 1.
Now batting number 3, Hunter Wilson.
Appreciate everybody watching tonight or listening, whichever way that you're getting the game. We appreciate it. Hunter Wilson, freshman, up to the plate. High and inside as Hunter lays off that one.
Maybe he tried to throw one of them wrinkles.
Something like that.
And it didn't wrinkle.
Didn't wrinkle. Second pitch, and Hunter bobbles it here to the second baseman, and they will get him as he races down the line to try to beat the throw. 2 away. Top of the first. You didn't bring any hot dogs or hamburgers, did you?
I didn't, but I can smell something over there.
That's crazy, man.
It's It's just out of our reach.
So here's the senior pitcher, Andrew Talley. He takes the plate. Outside ball 1. Here's the pitch, and it's
ripped.
Yes, all the way down the third base line. And Talley will be in there for a single. Talley is one of the top hitters on this Wildcat roster. He's hitting .464.
That one was hit well.
That was centered. So Talley,
courtesy runner in for him.
Will Alexander will come in as a courtesy runner, the junior. And now Dakota Curtis will step to the plate. He's the catcher. Curtis hitting .300 on the season. Also, one of their top offensive players. Throw goes back to first. Will is in there safe.
Talley's hitting a solid .464.
That's pretty good.
That's solid.
That's not a bad batting average. Pitch is delivered and a little bit off speed there as Dakota was fooled with it. He's swinging early, and that's going to be strike 1.
It was a good swing, though.
It was. Another throw back to first. Will's going to have to wash his uniform, probably.
I don't believe Will, but I think that he'll have somebody to watch it for him.
Will.
Yes.
0-1 to Curtis. Here comes the pitch. And it's low and in the dirt. Ball 1.
He might get his I better not say. Joyce didn't want me to call her out on the radio, so I better not say.
Like you just did?
Yeah. I love you, Joyce.
Swung on and hit. That's going to drop for a base hit as Curtis is in there. And Alexander will advance to second. Just a nice little easy swing. Right over the head of the pitcher. And Darren Alexander will come to the plate.
Ooh.
And we got another courtesy runner.
1.
And that is Alex Elkins will come running in for Dakota Curtis over on first. Alexander at second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's high and outside for ball 1.
Speaking of Joyce, it didn't want me to mention her name on there. Her husband, Victor, did come over and say he'd come back and talk to us, and we told him to come back at halftime or the beginning of the third quarter.
Exactly. So. Ball's down in the dirt. It's ball 2. He told a really funny joke, by the way.
He did. That was solid.
2-0. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. That's a base hit. Oh, it's scooped up by the third baseman. I thought it got by him. But that was a great catch by the third baseman, and that will retire the Wildcats. So at the end of 1 inning, Monroe County leads 2-0. We'll take another break, and then we'll come back for the top of the second inning. Here at Wildcat Field, you're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com.
It's not something we like to talk about. It makes lots of folks uncomfortable. But the truth is, it's part of life. Folks have many needs when they lose a loved one, and one of those is a friend. Roy Grable and the staff at Grable Funeral Home have been friends of this community for a long time. Let Grable Funeral Home be a friend to you with pre-need counseling or other services. No one likes to talk about it, but at Grable Funeral Home, you can talk it over with a friend.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. We're here at Wildcat Field as Edmondson County is taking on Monroe County here on Senior Night 2023. 7 seniors recognized tonight with their families, and just be watching for EdmondsonVoice.com, and you'll be able to see the article on that, all of those seniors. EdmondsonVoice.com still number one local news source in Edmonson County by a substantial margin.
That's pretty solid too. Darren, you cut me off there. I was going to say Edmonton had no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they left 2 men stranded on bases. So, just for the people that's keeping stats at home.
Appreciate it. Strike one as Tally delivers to, who is this young man here? This is Austin Arnett. And he takes ball one. It looked pretty close there, but must have just missed. Tally with the third pitch. Ball 2, that's up a little bit in the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 2.
Darren, I would give my disclaimer. All stats are made up on the Edmonton Voice when we do football and basketball because it's quick.
Yeah. Strike 3.
Nice. But here at baseball, it's a little bit of slower pace. I can actually keep up with it and talk at the same time.
It doesn't mean that there's some of the stats are not made up.
Some of them maybe.
That's just how we do it. So Tally with his first strikeout of the game, 1 out.
Brings up Carnahan. Strike swinging.
Big swing and a miss from Carnahan. 0-1. Up in the zone for Tally for ball 1.
Well, the wind was blowing out there in right field. I can understand why he missed that.
No kidding. Swing and a miss. Curveball looked like dropped down in there.
Threw a little wrinkle.
1-2 from Tally. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be into right field, but it may be out of play.
We're going to call a foul ball, but we can't see down there.
Right.
Maybe if we zoom in on that camera angle down there on first.
Yeah, we're running a pretty bare bones camera crew tonight. And when I say bare bones camera crew, I'm talking about a cell phone that's clamped onto the fence. So yeah.
And hope it don't blow off with this wind.
That's right. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's 2 strikeouts now for Tally. 2 away. Carnahan is not happy.
Can you say back-to-back?
Back-to-back. I can. And there it is. 2 away. As the wind starts to pick up now. Swing and a miss from, well, the wind's blowing my papers all around.
Emmert.
That's Deaton Emmert. Swing and a miss again. Strike 2. I'd like to see Andrew just dial it up here a little bit and just kind of blow one by him right here.
He dialed it up.
He did. Low in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away here. Top of the 2nd inning. Tally with a pitch. Oh, goodness. Didn't miss by much, Granny.
He pointed left and said it was out.
So ball 2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in.
That almost got the left kneecap right there.
Full count.
Brushed him back a little bit. Ooh,
and that's a low and away, and he's walked. So 1 runner on here, 2 away.
Now batting number 20, Burke.
Briar Burke to the plate here, the leadoff. Back around now. Throw goes down to second, and he's in there with a stolen base. So Burke beats the throw, and now you got a runner on second.
Threw a little curveball, and it took it a little second to get there.
Swing and a miss there by Emmett.
Emmert. There's an R in that.
I'm telling you the wrong player anyway. Burke is at the plate, and we got a runner coming down to third, and he's going to be out by a mile. Good heads up there by Dakota Curtis as he guns the runner down at third, and that'll get him out of the top of the inning. And so no runs scored by the Falcons.
No runs, no hits. And Burke will be back up to bat.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. Bottom of the second. Wildcats Live, EdmondsonVoice.com.
It's not something we like to talk about. It makes lots of folks uncomfortable. But the truth is, it's part of life. Folks have many needs when they lose a loved one, and one of those is a friend. Roy Grable and the staff at Grable Funeral Home have been friends of this community for a long time. Let Grable Funeral Home be a friend to you with pre-need counseling or other services. No one likes to talk about it, but at Grable Funeral Home, you can talk it over with a friend.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. We're here at Wildcat Field, bottom of the second inning against Monroe County. It's senior night here in Brownsville, and Monroe County leads 2-0 after a couple of runs scored there in the first inning. Tally got a couple of quick outs there, strikeouts. Ended up walking a batter, and they gunned him down as he was trying to steal third. So
by a long shot.
Yeah, he was. I think the third baseman over there actually set up a camp chair, got him a cup of coffee.
I think he may have started a fire with this wind coming
He was
in.
trying, but the wind blew his match out, and then he tagged the runner out. So all that, but
while holding a hot dog. Speaking of hot dogs.
Speaking of, something we do not have. So bottom of the second, Ty Brantley coming to the plate here for the Wildcats.
He's wearing a good number.
What's his number there?
Number 20.
Number 20. You like number 20?
Yeah, that's what I wore back in the class of 88.
Back in 1947.
47.
Brantley at the plate. Here comes the pitch. And it is outside for ball one. Second pitch also low and away. Ball two. Stinson on the mound for the Falcons. Here comes the pitch, and it is also low and away. 3-0 for Brantley. And there's ball four. Brantley will go to first.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 9, Cam Litch.
Cam Litch now for the Wildcats. I believe Cam's playing third base tonight. Also a senior.
Yes.
Stinson gets the sign from the catcher. Here's the pitch. It is strike one.
I'm not going to call a shot for him, but since he's a senior and I had him on the golf team, I'd like to see him put one over Mohawk Road right
That'd be all right. I don't see any problem with that. Brantley at first. Stinson with the pitch. Fouled away into the Wildcat dugout, and everybody parted. My goodness, and I think Hunter Wilson took one to the back in there. He seems to be okay. Another one fouled off
That's
by
a
Litch.
little slower. They stopped that one.
Yeah.
That other one was a screamer.
It was. They scattered just like he threw a hand grenade in that dugout. Somebody still got it. Stinson on the mound, 0-2. Here comes the pitch. And a late swing there by Litch. For a strikeout.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number
I didn't care for that dude.
No. Let's see what Ian White can do. Also a senior. Throw back to first. Brantley is in there safe.
Ian's the son of Jimmy White. He come over here a while ago. Wasn't a sharp-dressed man, so I kind of let him know about it. I think he come from the field slopping the hogs or something.
He may have. There's a pitch. It's fouled back towards us here behind home plate.
I got away from some people that was just me and him, and I told him, I said, I had to aggravate you because I said, I love you, but I can't let other people know that. So he gave me a hug, and I moved on down the road.
0-1 to White. Here comes the pitch from Stinson. Fouled straight back for strike 2.
I noticed earlier, Darren, when you was putting these cameras up, everybody's asking, did it have audio? And you told them no, and they started cheering. I didn't understand.
That's kind of weird. I don't know.
I mean, you'd think you'd want audio at the ball game.
Probably because they sing a lot.
Ah.
And that is ball 1, up in the zone a little bit. I think I should have brought my sweatshirt now that the wind's blowing.
Maybe they'll bring you a hot dog and it'll warm you up.
Man, see, now my stomach just growled. Called strike 3. A little off-speed pitch there, kind of just floated down in the floated into the strike zone there. 2 outs. Gage Bramer now comes to the plate for the Wildcats. Right fielder. Here's the pitch. And it's low and away. Ball 1. Throw back to first. Everybody's safe. Brantley over at first base. Called strike.
I think he wanted that one. But his intuition said no.
1-1 the count. 2 away here. Here comes the pitch from Stinson. Swing and a miss by Bramer. One and 2. Here comes the pitch. Way outside, and the runner's going to second, and the throw is off, and Brantley's in there.
You got a runner in scoring position now. Get the ball in play, and let's see if we can score a tie. That'd help a cause.
2 balls, 2 strikes here to Bramer. Gage also is a pitcher on his staff. He calls time.
I got about a 6:15. We'll tell him.
Come on, man.
No. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
My bad.
2 and 2. Here's the pitch. It is just outside. Monroe County fans didn't really like that.
Well, back when we played, you had to guard the plate. That was a little bit scary.
That was pretty close.
It was scary right there.
Here's the pitch. And it's
in the hole.
Base hit for Bramer. Brantley holds up at third base. And now Bramer gives Wildcats a little something to cheer about here. So Bramer on first, Brantley on third, and now we're coming back up to the top of the lineup here with Baxter. Little conference going on at the mound. Wonder what they're talking about.
I'll take what restaurants are in Brownsville for $1,000. What is Chick-fil-A?
Not enough. Baxter. Oh, goodness. And it's a called strike. And, okay then. Looked pretty outside to me, but whatever. Here comes the pitch, and that's high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Baxter. Here's the pitch. It's fouled straight back, and I'm going to have to probably readjust our camera over here.
It's swaying in the breeze.
It does. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Boy, I'd like to see this run score here from third. Inside, 4 ball, 2.
Alex, Jamie just texted in and said they were talking about wedding gifts on the mound. Candlesticks make a good one.
Okay. And that's trouble right there. But it's caught by the second baseman, and that will put out the Wildcats' hope of putting a crooked number up on the board here as we finish the second inning.
So that was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 stranded.
So 2-0, Monroe County still leads. That's the end of the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with more baseball. You're watching Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com.
Edmonson County High School Sports is proudly sponsored by Precision Strip, the largest toll processor of metals in the USA. For more information and for job opportunities, go to precision-strip.com. That's precision-strip.com. Not only jobs, but career opportunities are available at Precision Strip, located in the Kentucky Trans Park. Precision-strip.com.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com. Tonight's top of the third inning is brought to you by Precision Strip. And tonight's Student Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Kevin Alexander, the Edmonson County Clerk's Office. Congratulations to senior center fielder Alyssa Doyle for the Lady Cats.
What about that?
She's a daughter of yours truly, Darren, and Debbie Doyle. Has a GPA of 4.15. Congratulations, Alyssa. You're the Wildcats Live Student Athlete of the Week.
That's pretty solid GPA.
How do you get over, these kids get over a 4.0?
Well, see, I've asked multiple times. I'm thinking they're taking college credits.
They are. It's just.
They have to be because when I went to school, you could get a 4.0, and that's it.
Yeah. Strike 1 to start the top of the third inning for Andrew Talley. As Burke back at the plate, and he hits one here to the right fielder, and it drops in between the right fielder and second baseman. I don't know if one of them maybe tried to call the other one off, and maybe some miscommunication there or whatever, but I think they both kind of just stopped.
It hit in the gap, and I don't know if either one of them lost it, but they just give up on it, and it dropped in for a one-bagger.
Would have been a tough play to make. We'll say that.
Somebody would got their grass on their uniform.
Definitely. Strike 1 now to Reese Bartley for Monroe County.
He's hugging the plate a little bit there.
He is. Throw over to first. He's in there. Oh and 1 to Bartley. Attempts the bunt. He missed it, and that's going to be strike 2.
Now, if he would have made contact with the ball, he would have been out because his left foot was out of the batter's box.
Good eye, Granville.
But we'll see if that's called because that is illegal.
Here's the pitch. It's high for ball 1. 1-2 the count on Bartley. Top of the third inning for the Wildcats. Andrew Talley on the plate. Falcons have a runner at first. Here's the pitch. And it is swung on and hit, but caught by Hunter Wilson. Or I'm sorry, by Braxter, Cole Braxter. And because the runner took off in an attempt to steal, he's hung up there into a double play. So sometimes you just get hung up that way, man.
Sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug.
That's it. And so two outs now for the Wildcats. Ball 1 to Travis Wood. Travis Wood as the top average here for this Falcon team as he fouls one back. He's hitting .426 on the year. Only struck out twice this season, Granville.
That's impressive.
Considering I think I struck out twice in one inning once. Probably multiple times. So. And that's fouled off just out of play.
But did you ever get thrown out from right field?
Did I ever get thrown out from right field?
I hit 2 bullets, same game, to the right fielder, and he threw me out both times first.
And that's got Tally hits the batter there, and that thumped.
That was a little curveball. I don't think it's going to leave a mark, but he felt it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, Granville, I would assume that you probably didn't lead the team in stolen bases. Just guess.
I didn't lead them, but I had more than several on the team.
Excellent.
Here's the deal, Darren. Back when I was in school, I could get her going. I just couldn't stop. And if I ever hit a base hit, it looked like a semi turning around, going around first, getting to second. I could get her going. It was just stopping and turning was my downfall.
2 balls, no strikes is Tally. Throws one a little bit up out of the zone. 2 outs for the Wildcats. Fouled straight back. John Harlan at the plate for the Falcons. So 2 balls, 1 strike for Harlan. Tally. The pitch. Runner takes off. Good throw, but broken up actually by the base runner. And he's in there, safe at second base. So 3 balls and a strike now for Harlan. Tally looks in, gets the sign. But he saw something he didn't like. He steps off the rubber. They get back on the same page now. Tally looks in. Here's the pitch. Just a bit high, and that's going to be a walk. 2 outs here. Andrew seems a little bit frustrated here. Coach Michael Meredith coming out to the mound. Sometimes you just need a little, hey, bud, what's the matter? You know, let's calm down. Let's talk about it. Sometimes you need those check-up from the neck up.
Yes.
Rain sprinkles starting to fall here. That's great when you have $20 million worth of electronics out in the rain, out in the weather. But, hey.
I'm more concerned about my paper here. It gets wet. I may not be able to read it.
Here's the pitch. Curveball from Tally. It comes in there for a strike. 0-1 here. Top of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Just misses the strike zone there on the low side. 1-1. There's the pitch. It's going to be a base hit, and here comes the runner from 3rd. Throw comes into home plate. It is too high, and they go back to 3rd, and he's in there. So everybody's safe, and the run will score. So 3-0. Monroe County extends their lead. The pitcher, Stinson, for the Falcons comes to the plate.
Well, the problem with that was, Darren, the runner was coming. Cam went towards the base, and the ball just hit right where he was standing.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just tough break. Runner comes down, no. Runner advances to 2nd. The throw went down to 3rd. but really no play there. So 1 ball and no strike here to Stinson, their pitcher. Tally with a pitch. Fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
How much water can your electronics take?
If you see smoke,
we'll stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm in it to win it.
We had we did a football game one night. I think it was at Monroe County. It rained and rained and rained. I actually poured water out of one of the cameras, and it still works. I don't know how, but. And that's ball 4. Tally's getting a little frustrated again on the mound. So we got bases loaded, 2 outs.
Courtesy runner, 8 in for Monroe.
Stinson. Yeah, Stinson, the pitcher here who just walked. He'll get a courtesy runner.
Hudson, James Hudson, in the run for him.
Remember now, still 2 outs. Just need to get this one guy here and get out of this. And that is swung on. That's going into right field. Bramer over there can't get to it.
He calls it foul.
Bramer ran a long way to get it, but it was near the fence there, down the right field line. So 0-1 is the count. Tally with the pitch. Also swung on. That's going to be out of play. 0-2. Tally with the pitch. Off speed, goes right back to Tally, and he pitches it to Dakota Curtis, who will step on the plate for the force out at home. So the damage done here by Monroe County in the top of the 3rd. Granville, what do you got?
I've got 2 hits. Well, excuse me, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and we had 3 left on base.
So 3-0, Monroe County still leads. You're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com.
Edmonson County High School Sports is proudly sponsored by Precision Strip, the largest toll processor of metals in the USA. For more information and for job opportunities, go to precision-strip.com. That's precision-strip.com. Not only jobs, but career opportunities are available at Precision Strip, located in the Kentucky Trans Park. Precision-strip.com.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. We're here at Wildcats Field behind the Edmonson County 5-6 Center. Edmonson County hosting Monroe County tonight. It is senior night. 7 seniors and their families all recognized tonight. And, Granville, you and I were talking back, even though you were a few years ahead of me in school, still basically the same era, kind of the same, same thing going on as far as the generation is concerned. I don't even remember senior night. There's like for my basketball senior night, they gave me a rose and said, "Here, give this to your mama. We're going to call her name, and you go out there and you give this rose to your mama." And I'm like, "Okay, what for?" And they said, "Well, it's senior night." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
And
so,
hug her like you mean.
Hug it, yeah. And I think I shook Dad's hand, and then that was it. But Senior night's a really big deal these days. And I've got a senior myself playing for the Lady Cats tonight. We'll check in with some scores there from that game here in just a minute. Freshman Hunter Wilson at the plate here for Edmonson County. And that's ball 1 for Hunter. I might have to go get my shirt or something. A little chilly. Lady Cats do lead Warren Central 2-0 in the top of the third inning in Bowling Green. And it's ball 2 for Hunter Wilson.
Speaking of senior night, Darren, I didn't get to have one.
Swung on, and that's going to be a base hit up the middle for Wilson.
On my senior night in baseball, because me and a young man, you may know him, Brian Alexander.
I've heard of him.
When we were in 6th grade, our daddies thought it would be a wise idea to keep us back here. And so we stayed back. So we aged out. We didn't get to play baseball our senior year. So I got to play 4 years. I played 8th grade through my junior, but I didn't get to play the senior year. And to make it worse, the next year, they made a new rule. If you was eligible for one sport, you're eligible for them all.
How about that?
So if we'd stayed back another year, we
graduated school when you were 28. Throw back to first. Hunter Wilson is in there safe. Andrew Talley's at the plate. Strike one called, looking. Talley looking. Here's the pitch. And that is just a little bit outside. 1-1 the count. Wildcats need to get some offense going right here. Wilson on first. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That is going to be out of play to the right field side. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. And that hits him. Taking one for the team as he goes to first base. Hunter Wilson will advance to second. No outs.
Little quick story, Darren. Dad and my uncle, from the years of 1979 through 88, watched all 3 of my brothers play every sport. They missed 4 games, and those 4 games was because Revival got cranked up. But other than that, I remember Deion Houchins said one time at Dad's funeral, he's like, I believe your dad saw me play more games than any other person in Edmonson County.
It's a lot of ball games, man.
Yeah. So senior night at basketball, when I went and gave Mom the rose, he looked at me and said, thank goodness it's over.
Yeah. His 25th, 100th game. Strike one called as Dakota Curtis watches it hit the catcher's mitt. 1-1 the count. Wildcats got 2 on. Nobody out. Stinson checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Curtis puts one. It could be trouble. That's going out to the edge of the outfield. They're going to call that an infield fly, as it was right on the edge of the dirt there.
Now batting number 14, Darren Alexander.
So 1 out for the Wildcats. As Curtis pops out. Darren Alexander at the plate. Ball 1 outside. And that swung on. That's going to be a base hit down the third baseline. And Wilson slams on the brakes as he comes through third. And now ducks on the pond for the Wildcats as Ty Brantley comes up to the plate. 1 away. Great opportunity here for the Wildcats.
Well, Michael about lost his cool there for a second. He was telling him to stop. He was wanting to go.
Yeah. Brantley. Here comes the pitch. And that's swung on. That's going to go towards the center fielder, and he's caught it. Here comes the tag up for Wilson. And he's in there. Wildcats get on the board with a run scored. Sacrifice fly for Ty Brantley. And a good job from Brantley to get that ball out there to get the run in.
Now batting number 9,
Cam
Cam Litch.
Litch now at the plate for the Wildcats. Cats have runners at first and second. Stinson on the mound looking in. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's foul. Down the third baseline, a screamer.
That ball was hit well, Darren.
I think Coach Michael Meredith over there did a little dance. Of course, if you got one coming at your head about 116 miles an hour, it causes you to have those reflexes, you know.
Bat speed on that was about 115.
0-1. Stinson looks in, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Litch a little bit ahead of it, and he fouls that one towards the third base side.
If you're keeping score at home, that's about the fourth time he's fouled one off towards that line. If he could
towards the
straighten that
dugout,
out just a little bit.
Got these guys antsy over here in the dugout.
Two of them's got full right gear on right now.
Guaranteed. That's going to be out of the zone there for ball one.
It's a pretty high pitch when it's too high for Cam to swing at.
Here comes the pitch.
It's in the route. Tag him.
And we got some confusion going on here as Cam strikes out.
And it was a drop third strike.
It was a drop third strike, and nobody
he tagged him with the glove, and the ball was in his hand, so he called him safe at home, and then he tried to throw to third. Made it kind of interesting there. So we have one run on 2 hits, no errors, and there was 2 left on base.
So that's out number 3 here in the top of the third. We're going to be back after this. You're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com.
Memories don't die, they live on in our hearts forever. A tombstone or marker should be as unique as the one it honors. Whether it's a simple but elegant headstone or a stately family grave tribute, Patton Brantley Monuments will work with you to create an exclusive masterpiece. We offer a large selection of monuments to honor your loved ones, available in all colors of granite and marble with all shapes and custom designs. To learn more about Patton Brantley Monuments, visit pattonfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com. Thanks for watching this broadcast of Wildcat Sports. And Edmondson Voice is your exclusive video and audio provider of Edmonson County High School sports. And proud to have that partnership with Edmonson County High School. This is our 8th year of doing school broadcasts. Nice. This is actually the first live stream baseball game that we've done.
Inaugural.
We've done audio broadcasts before, but this is our first live stream here. Top of the 4th inning for Tally, and it's called first strike as Carnahan is in the batter's box for the Falcons. Tally. Ball 1. Second pitch is fouled off. That's off the fingertips there of Dakota Curtis. That one, a little stinger. So 1-2 the count here, top of the 4th inning. Tally on the mound. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled straight back. Guess it would help if we get the right camera angle on there. I don't think anybody wants to see just a random shot of third base while the batting's going on.
No. I wouldn't, and I'm here.
Fire our cameraman tonight. Tally tries to get that inside corner, just misses, and that's ball 2. Carnahan in for the Falcons. Swung on. That's to the third baseman, Litch. He makes the throw to first, and he got him. Great little scoop there by Ian White. Ball a little bit over his head. Nice catch. Nice play. So one away here for the Wildcats. Emmert now the batter for Monroe County. Here's the pitch from Talley. Swung on. It's fouled.
You know, it's kind of ironic. That's a foul ball, and Cam caught it over.
Yeah, over on the third base side. Good catch by Cam in foul territory, by the way, too. Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch from Talley, and it's in the dirt for ball one. Ball low.
He likes throwing them wrinkles. He's just a little off. He brings it up just a fraction, and
boy, that didn't miss by much. Just missed
a bit outside.
Just missed that outside edge there. 3-1 to count, and he walks him.
Oh, he said he hit the pitch.
Oh, okay. Boy, it must have hit a thread on his shirt sleeve.
That still counts.
It does.
By rule.
Got the hem of his garment, Granville. So, one out for the Cats. And one on. Throw to first, though, it gets away from him. And Emmert is in at second base easily. I don't know if I don't know what happened there, but Ian White couldn't handle the throw there. Here's the pitch, swung on, and it's going to be picked up by the shortstop. But he was delayed on the throw.
Well,
because the runner
was standing right in front of him.
Exactly. The runner stopped. The runner at second, Emmert, was headed to third, and he stopped because he didn't know what Hunter was going to do. Hunter didn't know what the runner was going to do, and everybody was just kind of stuck in no man's land there for a minute. It's just kind of a tough break, you know.
Armchair coach here, you should have just run at the runner, got him in a rundown, and got you an out. But he had a cannon, and he almost got him.
He almost got him. It was a great throw. And now they do have him in a rundown here at second. But now we got one coming home. And Monroe County will score. Mm. 4-1 now. Coach Michael Meredith calling for the infield to come in.
That would be his second trip to the mound.
And at some point here tonight, Granville, I may have to put my headphones down, let you do the game broadcast for a couple of minutes while I go to the truck and get my shirt. I'm getting pretty cold out here, man. I'm in a T-shirt. And a little sprinkles going. A little wind.
I would rather you go get that than to inch closer to me and we're hugging. But, you know.
Well, I'm not above giving you a hug, Grandma. That's how much I care for you.
Well, the feeling's mutual, but
by the way,
I'm not worried about what me and you think. It's just the onlookers.
By the way, I appreciate you. Very, very short notice today. Call Granville. I sent him a text message about, what was it, about 12 o'clock, 12:30, something like that. I said, hey, what are you doing tonight? He goes, I don't know, man. I hope you will call me to call a baseball game with you. I said, well, you're in luck. So here we are.
And here I are.
Tally the pitch, and it is ball one outside. So we got one out and one on. 4-1 Monroe County. Pitch, curveball in there, a little off speed.
Offbeat.
Offbeat.
Offbeat. Well, I bent down to write something. I heard helmet, and I thought it hit somebody in the helmet, but glad everybody's okay.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike to Reese Bartley. And he puts one in play, and it gets past the third baseman. That's going to be a base hit, and they're going to hold up the runner at third. Bartley's in with a single.
First and third, 1 out. What's the old expression? We need to roll it right here on 2.
Here's the pitch, and it's swung on. Deep center field, mid-center field, I guess I should say. Alexander will make the catch. He will throw back to second base, and the run will score from third. So 2 away, but another run goes across the plate for the Falcons. It's now 5-1. And that's a foul straight back into the seats right behind us.
Now batting number 14, Harlan.
And that's going to be a called ball. Down the first baseline, but that's going to be a foul ball. 1-1 the count to Harlan.
There's several people out here tonight watching this game.
There is.
On senior night.
There is.
Maybe why our count's low on the voice and they're not watching this at home. May go back and replay it.
It happens a lot. Tally. Throw down to second. No, cut off by Andrew. Runner had him beat by a mile. Here's the pitch by Tally. It's going to be hit. Hunter Wilson will pick it and make the throw, and that will do it.
So they picked up 2 more runs on 2 hits, no errors, and left 1 stranded then, Darren.
So, after 4 innings, or I should say 3.5 innings, or part of a 4th inning, Wildcats trail 5-1. We'll be back with more Wildcat baseball here in just a moment. You're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com.
Wildcats Live on the Edmondson Voice is presented by Alfred's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru, located in the Main Street Center in Brownsville. Alfred's Pharmacy provides super fast service, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside their retail location, curbside service, or even free delivery. Call 270-597-1044 to find out how they can save you time and money.
Save time, save money, it's that simple at Alfred's Pharmacy.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Wildcat Field. It is senior night, and Wildcats have got their work cut out for them here as they enter this bottom of the 4th. Offense has been pretty slow tonight, Granville.
Yes, it has.
Ian White will get to the batter's box here for Edmonson County. And I'm going to take my headset off just for a second, Granny. I'm going to see if I can fix this camera angle just a little bit.
You go right ahead. Ian White steps in the box. Ball a little outside. Swung on, hit straight up. Catcher's under it. Makes a nice catch for 1 out.
It's nice play there. That ball went about 150 feet straight up. And hopefully that camera angle is a little bit better. So we're running with a pretty much a skeleton crew tonight. It's only me and Granville here, so we don't have any actually live cameramen or camera women.
Well, we did have a camera woman. She was going to take some senior pictures, and then she's going to RUNNOFT.
Exactly. But she was not running video for us tonight. So the cameras that you're seeing they're just kind of clipped around here and there. That one comes right back at us, and I'll probably have to adjust the camera again as it flips the camera. I am going to have to adjust it. Yeah, I can tell.
It was wicked.
Maybe I can reach it here.
I don't think so. You can try it. I wouldn't risk it. Curveball on the outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Bramer. And he's ripped one between third and short. Short picks it up. Long throw. No, he doesn't make it.
Good hustle there by Gage Bramer, and he's 2 for 2 tonight.
Do I get to keep this ball?
I don't think so. I'm just hanging on to it because.
Well, if they don't come after it, it may.
I'm not really sure how it got over here.
This is an inaugural ball game. I may have to get a couple signatures from it.
Baxter puts one out in right field. And Bramer dives in the dirt back to first to avoid the double play. So good rip by Baxter, just caught. And so the freshman Hunter Wilson will be back up to the plate.
Since we only play 7 innings, Darren, on the 5th inning stretch, I'd like to get on my soapbox for just a minute, if you don't mind. We won't go to break after the 5th.
By all means.
I'm going to enlighten the world here.
Look out. Should people get a paper and pen?
They should.
Okay. 1 ball, no strikes to Hunter Wilson. Bramer back to first to the throw. Fouled away. One ball, 1 strike. Up in the zone there for ball 2. Stinson looks in, gets the sign, he throws, and that is popped way, way up. It's going to be close to being out of play. No. Into the bleachers. Goodness gracious. There was a little girl over there who just got out of the way.
She was wondering why everybody left her alone. She just looking around.
Wow. Not a single soul tried to
save her. No,
to save
they all
her.
Took off.
Everybody was gone.
You're on your own.
So it's strike 2 for Wilson. Stinson checks the runner at first, gets the sign from the catcher. Here's the pitch. Pop straight up again. That's going to be behind us. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here for the Wildcats in the bottom of the 4th. Still need to get some offense going. Good eye by Hunter Wilson at lay off that high fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stinson. Here's the pitch. Wilson a little ahead of it there on the swing, and he screams it down the third baseline, foul. Full count with 2 outs. And it's going to be ball 4. So 2 on for the Wildcats. Bramer is at second, Wilson at first. And the senior, Andrew Talley, steps up to the batter's box.
I'd like to see him go yard.
It'd be great.
The neighbor's yard.
Swung on. It's
well hit.
It's in the gap. Cut off.
One's going to score.
Good hustle by Bramer. And Talley getting the job done again with a base hit and an RBI. That's 5-2 Wildcats.
Well, we got a little break in action. He's went out to talk about the wedding gifts. By the way, that was a joke by Jamie from earlier. That was from Bull Durham.
Yes.
I didn't catch it. I was too busy writing it, and I didn't catch it. So I told Jamie a long time ago, joke's not funny if you draw a picture and color it in. So he had sent me another text, let me know that you missed that one, and I sure did.
So the Falcons have had a family reunion here on the pitcher's mound. But, hey, I'll have to say, whatever they're doing, it's working so far. They lead the Wildcats 5-2, bottom of the 4th. So we got
7 into the pitcher's slot.
That's Elkins coming in as a courtesy runner for Andrew Talley.
Okay.
Catcher Dakota Curtis comes to the plate. Boy, a base hit right here would be nice. Outside for ball 1. Swung on to the shortstop. They'll get the out at second. That'll end the 4th inning as the Wildcats still trail. They cut into the lead a little bit. Granville, what do you got in the scoring?
So they got, we picked up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and left 2 on base.
So we will tell you that this inning brought to you by Alfred's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru. And I know, Granville, you said you got some stuff here. We won't go to break here.
I thought we was going to the 5th, but now would be a great time. I've been asked over the years about my umpiring. What do I think about the sports? Why are we having such short umpires and this and that? And I've done some thinking, soul searching, and I've figured it out, Darren.
Okay, let's hear it.
A few years ago, if you'll remember, when we implemented the participation award, right. And so everybody gets a trophy.
Right, so if you just come out here.
You come out here, you get a trophy.
Right.
Back when we played, we had a winner, loser, and that's it.
Yep.
But now everybody gets participation award, so we have a lot of fans, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, this is not the Edmondson Voice, this is Granville Meredith saying it. We have parents that don't know the rules of the game, that are setting up in the stands, screaming because their kid got out or they don't know the rule, and they are arguing, screaming at the umpires, whatever, wanting to meet them out in the parking lot and all this. And that's what's causing your shortage of umpires. Now, I did see something online the other day that this one park has implemented that if you get ejected as a fan from their park, the only way you can get back into your park, you have to dress up as an umpire and call 2 ball games. And if you would do that, I believe you would stop a whole lot of this, because I guarantee you, Darren, I can go through here and do a poll right now and say, hey, this umpire out here got sick. I need you to go fill in the place. And there'll be a lot of people in the stands who will say, oh, no, I can't do that. No. But those are the same people that are screaming at the umpires. Frankly, tonight, I haven't heard one complaint.
No, not at all.
And
from either side.
From either side. Great sportsmanship. This is the way a game's supposed to be.
Right.
But you don't have this everywhere. And I'm off my soapbox now, but that's what I see.
You can look on, you see the internet, the social media accounts, you see these videos of actual fights on the field. Saw a video just the other day where some guy, sucker punches an old man, and Tally throws a pitch wild, goes over the head of the catcher. But yeah, this parent comes out and he sucker punches one of the umpires, and this umpire's retired guy, probably volunteering or making peanuts, getting paid peanuts. Ball 2 for Tally. But no, man, I hear you. I hear you. And, people have different opinions on the whole participation trophy kind of bit. It's now 3 balls and no strikes here for Tally because, my kid doesn't know if he wants to play or not. He's young, and strike 1 called there, 3-1. My kid doesn't know if he wants to play. He's never played before, give him a shot. I'm one that says, hey, that's good. But when it comes down to it, let's put the best 9-10 players out there.
Oh, we got to do back.
Right off the wall.
Off the wall.
A screamer down the third base line hits the wall of the dugout. But, no, I mean, I'm with you, Granville. I'm old school myself. Put your 9-10 best players out there, period. And, whoever that is.
And let them play.
Right.
Let them play.
And let the umpires do their job, because the old saying is, as Tally walks him, the old saying is, whatever situation it is, this ain't the World Series. Your kid's game is not any more important than the next kid's game. And, but yeah, you do see a lot of the game now is it's more about what the parents want.
Right.
And what the kids are wanting. And now we've got an umpire shortage.
Right.
I mean, you've got
and then you still got some umpires that come out with a chip on their shoulder. Because we've got a pass ball over here at first. He's in safely at second. Tried to go with a pickoff move. Ball got past him, and he's at second. Well, what you've got too, Darren, you've got some umpires that have a chip on their shoulder because they've been picked on for so long. When they get here, they hear one word out of somebody, and they're ready to throw somebody out.
Tally tries throwing back to second. It goes over the head of the second baseman, but luckily Alexander is there to field it. No more damage done.
Now, I'm getting this second hand. I wasn't there to see it, but I'm pretty sure Jamie Carnes and Shane Elmore was battling wasp in the crow's nest at a softball field one day, and they were swatting wasps, trying to keep from getting stung and killed.
Right.
And they both almost got ejected for distracting the pitcher. Yes. Jamie will have to fill you in, but I believe that's the way the story went down. Now, 2 years ago, I physically had to put my hands on a person that was trying to get the other official as we walked off the field.
Wow.
I won't tell you what schools because I don't want to hurt their feelings.
I understand.
But they have Moonlight Barbecue up there, and I really like it.
Here's the pitch. It's bunted, and that's going to go foul. 2 balls and a strike to Stinson, the pitcher.
But that's the only altercation I've ever been into. I mean, when I umpire a ball game, I'm pretty loud and pretty vocal. And I remember one time I was here at the Edmonds County Parks doing Parks and Rec Little League game, and somebody was in my right ear for 4 innings screaming at me on every pitch.
It's going to be a base hit. Up to the second base side. Throw comes home. It's going to be over Curtis's head as another run scores for the Falcons. It is now 6-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. And looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
All right. Well, I'll finish my story then while we got that.
So Cole Baxter's going to come into pitch.
So this guy was just wearing me out in my right ear, and every time I would look over, they would hush, and I couldn't pick out who it was. And I let it go on for about 4 innings, and I just screamed at the top of my lungs, time, and I turned and looked their direction, and I said, I'm calling this ball game. If you don't like the way it's being called, you know where your car is parked, go get in it. I don't want to hear any more. And I turned around and started calling the game again. Quiet all over the crowd. You could hear it, everybody was cheering, and it was all good. And back then, if you'll remember, the plate was here, but they kept the book.
Yeah, that's right.
Way down in right field.
Right.
So I had to go down there and see how much time was left or what the score was, because I don't keep score, just keep balls and strikes on my counter. So as I was walking down through there, the gentleman met me at the dugout, Mr. Skaggs. I can't remember his first name. But he met me right over here. He said, sir, I'd just like to apologize to you. I said, for what? He said, I was the one that was screaming in your ear. I was just floored. But you know, I don't mind, and I tell the travel coaches in my plate meeting, here's the deal, guys. All ball strikes, safes out, fair foul is on me tonight. Those are judgment calls. We're not going to argue them. If you want a rule interpretation, call time. Come out. We'll talk to you about it as long as the time limit. Mm-hmm. After the time limit, I'm going back and starting another game. But please do not yell at me from the dugout. I said, I'm approachable. Just call time. Come talk to me. If you yell at me from the dugout, I will embarrass you. It's in my body. I can't help it. Mm-hmm. And you solve a lot of it right there.
Yeah.
But, you know, I tell coaches, I don't mind the crowd arguing whether I missed the call at first base or ball strike on that play. 3 innings later, you're still complaining about it. We're going to have problems.
Yeah, because that's over and done with.
Yeah,
you know, we're not going to do anything about that one. So, after the pitching change, Baxter's on the mound now. Cook still at the plate. Swing, big swing and a miss. I said still at the plate. He just came to the plate, I should say. 0-1. Foul back again, right towards our camera as you
check your camera.
So our cameras, they're made to connect to chain link fences, and what we have is a net here, which is a lot better for the view.
Yes.
It's better for the view if you're a spectator here at the game. Not so much when you're trying to connect a camera to it. So pitch down in the dirt, and the runner will advance to third.
Well, it's like an optical illusion, because if you stand here and look, hey, there's a net there. But when you get involved with the game, the net disappears,
right.
And but a chain link, I don't know what it is about those. It's just harder to see.
It is. Big swing and a miss. That's going to be a third strikeout of the night for Monroe County, the first for Baxter. Also, the other thing with the chain link fence is you have posts. You have posts every so often. You have posts across the top.
Right.
And that impedes your view. You don't have that with the net. It's just, top to bottom, you're free and clear.
And you know something? You don't mess up as many balls that way either, because
right.
the chain
doesn't scuff them up.
It doesn't scuff them up, rough them up. That hits the net, it just falls down. Now this gravel,
right,
the concrete backstop.
So 1-1 to Carnahan.
Folks, if it feels like we're shaking and we are.
We're freezing to death. We're out here in T-shirts. I had a sweatshirt in the voicemobile, but I forgot. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure when he texted me today and it was about 71, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to go. It'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
It was. Well, at 5 o'clock, it was great.
At 3:30, when
the
clouds started
sunshine.
coming in, I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, I think they're calling for a chance of snow over here on the back road.
It kind of feels like it. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Carnahan. Fouled back again as the camera does a blah.
You may have to adjust it, but those are solid holders because it hadn't failed yet.
No, you're right, man. That's actually a brand new camera mount there. Strike 3, swinging. Carnahan goes down.
That's the 4th of the night.
And we want to send a shout out to Pam and Steve Vinson. They are watching from Maine.
Wow.
That's pretty far away.
That's solid.
That's usually, I mean, we usually have some long-distance viewers.
That's about as far as you can go north on that side of the country.
Stay in the States, it is.
Wow.
So.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Salud.
Thank you. Appreciate that. 1 ball, no strikes.
That was pretty.
How about 1 ball and 1 strike now? Big swing and a miss there from Deaton Emmert. Swung on and hit. That's going towards the gap, and it will go in the gap. Picked up by Alexander. He'll field it, but a solid base hit there for Emmert. And so 2 outs here. Runner on first here for the Falcons. Baxter on the mound here as Burke back up. Here's the throw down to second on the steal attempt, and he's in there as the throw is a little bit short for the Wildcats. So now Falcons got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. 1-0 the count to Burke. Ball high, 2-0. Pitch low for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Ooh, hits him right in the back, and boy, that, yikes. I don't know if you could hear that smack from home, but man. Blah, 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 blah. Of course, I think the other part of it, Granville, is we're sitting here so cold that, if you were to.
I just had flashbacks of how cold I am, then getting hit with a ball. I was like, oh, gosh.
So runners on first and second here for the Falcons. Baxter with a pitch, and it is high and outside for ball 1. Bartley is the batter. Two balls, no strikes. Big swing and a miss. 2-1. That's going to be ball. 3-1 the count here. Swung on and hit. Hunter Wilson will grab it, but he can't hang on to it, and everybody's going to be safe.
Are we going to consider that an error, Darren?
I hate to say it, but I'd say probably so. Probably, because you have to ask yourself, should the play have been made? And I'll have to say it should have been. And so
we were doing so good.
Travis Wood now at the plate for the Falcons. Now, of course, we're not the official scorekeepers. We will say that as a disclaimer. But just by calling the game, unfortunately, I would have to call it. And the ball goes over the head of the catcher.
Ooh.
And no, the umpire says he got in there. There was a tag made, but it was close. And so a couple more runs will score. Fans barking a little bit. Edmonson County fans, that is. Ooh, and another hit batter. So Baxter struggling a little bit with some control.
And we're going to have another pitching change.
Yep, looks like it. And so Bramer will come in from right field. Gage Bramer.
I know you was a pitcher, Darren, a little bit. When you was a, did you ever like coming in with being down 8-2 with 2 outs and the last 2 batters have got hit? I'm just throwing it out there. Well, I mean, the world wants to know.
Yeah. Well, it's not the easiest thing to do. I tell you what's also tough on these kids. A lot of people don't understand this if you never tried this. You got a guy standing out here. Here's Bramer. Gage is out here in right field. Hasn't seen a whole lot of action out there tonight, okay? He's done really good on the offensive side. He's got a couple of base hits tonight. But, you know, he's going to get in here and get 5 warm-up pitches.
And he's ready to go.
And it's like, hey, nope, it's time. We got to have your best.
Yes,
right here.
now.
You're down 6. Mm-hmm. You got 2 guys on, and we need you to get this other guy out. And, you know, so people don't understand, you know, the kind of pressure that some of these kids are. And it's not just baseball or softball, but, you know, all of the sports that our kids play, you know. And you got to prom tomorrow night, by the way. Prom is tomorrow. So that's on everybody's mind if you're a kid.
Nice.
You know.
So that was what the question was earlier. How did you like decorating today? And I didn't know what to – because I thought today was
Cinco de Mayo.
Well, I thought it was senior.
Senior skip day.
No, I didn't want to say it. I'll let you do it.
We'll just say it. Senior skip day, everybody knows. Right.
And after 5 warm-up pitches, did you normally throw the first one in the dirt? Because I did.
It was either that or straight over the catcher's head.
Well, here's my deal. I was blessed with not the strongest throwing arm, but I had a lot of junk. I threw a knuckleball, curveball, and on my best day, I might have thrown 92. But I followed up
pretty fast.
Chris Meredith, Joey James, Brian Alexander, who would get close to 100 occasionally. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'd come in, and you hang a 75-mile-an-hour curveball after you've been seeing 90s all night.
Yeah.
I had a pretty good record pitching. But now I played third, so I had what they call a cannon because I could throw people out one-handed, throw it first. But
strike one called now for a 3-1 count.
But that first time, Coach K done come out there and said, "Granny," pointed at me. The butterflies won't cut it. Base on balls.
And so Bramer walks, and that'll walk in a run. So the score is now 9-2 here for the Falcons. And that is fouled straight back. Softball, the Lady Cats lead Warren Central 5-0. And it is the top of the 7th.
Now, if I'm not badly mistaken, I heard that Warren Central won a district game the other day. First time in 7 years.
Yeah, I did see something about that. That's crazy stuff.
And
man.
I'm like, wow. But
that is some crazy
but
stuff.
I think I could probably ask Jamie about our tenure of playing Owensboro Catholic opening round of regional.
Man, I tell you.
It's just
you don't get hey, don't get me started on Owensboro Catholic because I do not understand why a school that is competitive every single year in Region 3, why you want to play all A tournaments. That is obviously Owensboro Catholic is a small school because they're a private school.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think private schools should compete with KHSAA.
Well, we just got a balk.
And we did get a balk, and I did not see Gage do anything wrong, but the umpire said he moved his glove there in a funky motion, and that's going to cause another run to come in. So now it's 10-2. But I just don't think Granville private schools because, hey, you can say what you want to. These private schools can go get the players that they want. And I'm probably not supposed to say that. And another run will score on a wild pitch. 11-2.
Darren, you can say what you want to. We're amongst friends here.
And we may have another pitching change here, Granny. Yes.
We're going to go with Ian White?
Yes.
Okay.
So Ian White will step to the mound. What was that? I missed it. Somebody from the crowd.
They pointed at his leg like it was hurting. He's like, you better quit. You ain't going to be able to dance tomorrow night.
There you go. As we said, the prom is tomorrow night. And so it'll be the third pitcher of the night for the Wildcats.
Well, I'm kind of glad we went ahead and done our soapbox because
yeah, we
keep this up and it ain't gonna.
Yeah, we may be. If the Wildcats can't get some offense going here,
we got to get something stirring.
Agree. Totally agree. I still got to figure out how to get that camera off the dugout over there without
causing
getting in the middle of everybody over there. I don't know. So this camera here that you're looking at, and that camera right there, that camera angle, the camera's actually mounted on top of the dugout, and so I guess I wasn't thinking too much about that when I put it up there. Now this camera over here, we've got the settings mixed up on it, and it's the light settings are. Somebody turned the lights off on that camera, so we won't. I guess we'll be going to the third base camera anymore tonight.
All right.
I looked down earlier and I thought, man, that's kind of a dark contrast over here on this, but now I see why. So, and like we said, don't have a camera crew to go see about it. That's actually mounted in the Wildcats dugout.
And that's the one that was causing controversy because they kept saying, have you got audio on that? You got audio on that?
Exactly. So 2 balls and 1 strike to who is this at the plate? That's Knuckles. Bryson Knuckles.
Yes, they've batted around.
And that's going to hit right at and it's going to get past Baxter, who's now in right field. And he's going to cruise into third. And that'll score another run.
I couldn't see because of the thing there. I don't believe we'll score that as an error. Well, we will score that as a hit. And then he gets an error on the extra 2 bases.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. And this is the pitcher, Stinson, back in, is White on the mound, and the ball straight up, and White will catch the ball, and the Wildcats will get out of this one. Seems like we started this about 2 hours ago, Jamie, just this top of this inning. 7 runs. What do you got on the scoreboard?
Thanks, Scott. You called me Jamie.
Oh, sorry. That's just a habit, I tell you.
Oh, gosh.
Me and Jamie do a lot of ball games.
I understand.
So.
Well,
Granville,
actually,
go ahead.
Actually, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and they stranded 1 on third. So after 4.5 innings, it's Monroe County 12, Edmonson County 2.
So if the Wildcats can't get a run on the board here, this is going to be all she wrote for a 10-run inning rule. But let's hope they can get something going here on senior night. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back. Wildcats Live, EdmondsonVoice.com.
Healthcare can be a scary subject for those that are underinsured, but at A-Plus Family Healthcare, we make sure that's never the case. We have a great program available, and we're here to help you. Call us today for more information. 270-975-4050. Located in the Main Street Center next to Alford's Pharmacy.
A-Plus Family Healthcare. Care is what we do.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmondsonVoice.com. Thanks for watching this live broadcast of Wildcat Baseball here on the Edmondson Voice. Number 1 local source of news in Edmonson County by a substantial margin. By the way, how many people read the Edmonson Voice this week, Granville? I'll tell you. I checked those stats right before we went on the air. 30,000 users this week.
Sweet.
That's not clicks. That's 30,000 users have visited EdmondsonVoice.com this week. The reason that's substantial is there's only 12,000 people here. So, Swing and a miss by Alexander to start the bottom of the 7th, 0-1. So we thank you for clicking on the Edmondson Voice, watching, following our social media accounts and all that good stuff. Ripped down the third baseline. That's going to be foul. 0-2 for Alexander.
My whole body's shaking down there.
I'm freezing to death, man.
The heat will be on going home.
Here's the pitch. Alexander swings out of play.
That's even further foul left.
That is way, way left.
He hit the new hitting facility.
0-2 to Alexander. Wildcats got to have some offense going here. Fouled off again.
You remember the old hitting facility we had down there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, is that what you call it? Yeah. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Alexander goes down swinging. That's 1 out. Falcons are 2 outs away from run rule in this thing.
Now batting number 20, Ty Brantley.
Ty Brantley to the plate here for the Wildcats, trying to give them a little bit of hope here. Fouled straight back, 0-1. Good rip. You know, back in the day, this fence here used to just be a chain link, and people would just be sitting out in their yard out here watching the games,
Really?
you know. That's going to be low for ball 1. Wildcats have, that looked like it was high out of the zone to me, but it's a called strike, and it's 1-2 against Brantley. The Wildcats have really done a number here with this beautiful facility they've got sitting over here, this building, man,
Yes.
and the way that all came about. Ball 2 there to Brantley, just on the outside corner, and it's a big, long story, but, you know, it's actually on EdmondsonVoice.com. Go to the sports page, scroll down. You can see how they raised some money for that. A lot of the old guys from the 82, 83 team. And, Granville, your brother.
Yes.
Strike 3 called on Brantley. Wildcats down to their final out here if they don't get something going.
Batting number 9, Cam Litch.
And So were both of your brothers?
They both played at the same time.
Swing and a miss from Litch.
Glendale graduated in 82. Greg graduated in 84. So there was a couple years there they played together.
But those regional championship teams, you talk about some good baseball. Pop straight up in the air, and the third baseman is under it, and he caught it, and that'll do it.
That's the game. Well, you're talking about that regional team. Glendale actually caught both last outs of both of those regionals.
Yeah, that's very.
And he gives those back.
I saw that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Unfortunately, the Wildcats fall here 12-2 in a run-ruled inning against Monroe County. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back. We'll talk about, it's a CB Food Store post-game show. And we'll talk about all sorts of things, stats, and hopefully we'll talk to Coach Michael Meredith. All coming up here in just a few minutes. You're listening to Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com.
You're listening to the CB Food Store post-game show on your home for Edmonson County High School sports. Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com. CB Food Store is proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery. We feature our very own in-house butcher, fresh fruits and vegetables, a fantastic deli with grab-and-go meals and homemade desserts, and if we don't have what you need, just let us know and we'll do our best to get it. We're also happy to carry your groceries out for you. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 597-2035 and like us on Facebook. CB Food Store. Proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery store. It's important to support the home team, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agents understand that. When something happens, they're working hard to make things right for you. So whether you're a Bulldog, a Blackhawk, or a Wildcat, you'll want to get a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent on your team, like Corey Culbreth. Corey offers a wide variety of coverage through Kentucky Farm Bureau, and he works alongside agency manager Tom Benson and the entire staff at the Edmonson County Farm Bureau office in Brownsville. Call today, 270-597-2127. Grayville Funeral Home has been a friend to our community for over 50 years, offering the care and services that families need. They're a full-service funeral home that offers cremation and pre-need counseling. Call 270-597-2149. Visit their Facebook page for more and stop by their facility at 537 North Main Street in Brownsville. Grayville Funeral Home, dedicated to those we serve. CB Food Store is proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery. We feature our very own in-house butcher, fresh fruits and vegetables, a fantastic deli with grab-and-go meals and homemade desserts, and if we don't have what you need, just let us know and we'll do our best to get it. We're also happy to carry your groceries out for you. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 597-2035 and like us on Facebook. CB Food Store. Proud to be your locally owned hometown grocery store.
Welcome back to Wildcats Live on EdmonsonVoice.com. You're listening to the CB Food Store postgame show. And unfortunately, not the outcome we wanted here at Wildcat Field as the Wildcats fall 12-2 in a run-ruled game of 5 innings against the Monroe County Falcons, especially here on senior night. However, let's talk about some stats tonight, Granville. Tonight's stats are brought to you by H&W Duke Sporting Goods and Adidas Performance Wear. Granville, what do you got as far as stats are concerned?
Well, as a team, we had 20 at-bats. We had 2 runs. We had 8 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 base on balls, and 4 strikeouts. Leading the way, looks like it was well, I had it there for a second, lost it. It looks like Tally led us for 2 for 2. In his hitting, and he had one of the RBIs, and Ty Brantley had the other RBI. Looked like Tally pitched 4 innings, give up 8 hits, 10 runs, and then it just we brought in a couple of the other 3 pitchers, and it just got out of hand there in the top of the 5th. And
right, you had some hit batters, you had some walks, walked in a couple runs, and sometimes, man, it's just not there, and there's not really a whole lot you can say about a game like tonight. And as we said, it is unfortunate because, hey, check it out, somebody brought us some popcorn. So it is unfortunate because it is senior night. We got people coming around here.
She said burgers not lost.
I don't have any. I don't have any cash on me.
Do I?
They're free for us. Now this, what in the world?
I mean, what's your name, young lady? Nora Hodges.
Nora Hodges,
over here
of
with
course.
a plate full of burgers. She said they're free to us.
Well, grab them.
How many can we get? Yeah. She said all that I want.
Oh, look at there.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Free burgers. Hey, it works every time, man. I'm telling you. If you complain on air that you don't have enough food, or
somebody hears it,
somebody hears it, or they'll text somebody listening at home.
Either that, or we look homeless over here.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
We
are shaking. You know.
I am shaking.
We're still waiting for Coach Michael Meredith. While we're doing that,
now I will say
I'm gonna try that hamburger.
We may extend this a little bit.
Hey, Nora, here, come here. I'm gonna get another one of these, Grandma, because this is really good. I'm gonna get another one.
Yeah, let's get another one.
This is
Nora.
fantastic. Okay.
Thank you so much. I don't want no hot dog. I don't like them. Thank you so much.
That's a good hamburger.
But I did talk to Michael before the game, and I said, hey, make sure you come over and talk to us. I said, sometimes the coaches forget about us and get wrapped up in the game or whatever. He's like, well, if we win, he said, I'll be over quick. If we lose, it may take me a few minutes.
Yeah.
So I just know as my years in coaching, I know you've done a little bit of coaching on the side. You get beat last night and you turn around and get beat tonight. Talking to us on the air is not a priority right now.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's tough.
So,
it's tough. As I try to swallow this hamburger.
But, I mean, is this being the inaugural game that we do this? I would like to get Michael's comments. I know he's done a lot. He was counselor here for years. He helped me in golf as coaching, and he's had baseball. I think this is his second year in baseball. So I'd like to get him on air, but if we don't, that's okay too.
Yeah.
But, getting back to the game, I mean, it didn't get out of hand there till about the fifth inning, and then, things like this happen. Some days you've got it and some days you don't,
Yeah, right. Things just didn't, they didn't go well for the Cats tonight in about any spot. You want to talk about some of the stats for Monroe County. Stinson went 4.1 innings on the mound. He gave up 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Pretty solid outing there by Stinson there for Monroe County. You do, even when you say, well, the Cats just didn't have it tonight, and obviously that was the case. You do hate it because it's senior night, and you got a lot of seniors on this team. 7 seniors. We'll talk about them in here just a minute, but
Michael's on his way. You want to take a quick break while he gets over?
Nah, we'll just let him come on.
That's fine.
We'll just let him come on here.
I just want to check it out for him.
So
get him ready to go.
So I take another bite of this hamburger. Thanks to Nora Hodges, by the way.
Yes. Thank her so much. And as Coach Michael comes in here, we'll get him live here in just a second. And I believe you're live with us, Coach. Thanks for coming over.
Coach's comments are brought to you tonight by Alfred's Pharmacy and Drive-Thru here on Wildcats Live. Coach Michael Meredith, he just took a long walk here from the left field corner. And, Coach, I know we were just talking about senior night here tonight, and unfortunate for the seniors, but tonight guys just didn't have it going on in a lot of different ways, and I'll let you talk about that.
First of all, guys, I appreciate you all being here and covering the game tonight. That means a lot to our seniors and their parents. And, Darren, I think you and I spoke earlier today, and I told you the keys to the game would be to throw strikes and play defense, and we just didn't do that tonight. And I just told the kids this is what rock bottom feels like, and I don't know. They got prom tomorrow night, and maybe their mind's already on prom, and that's teenagers, and that's fine. I want them to have a good time. I just told them that, make good decisions tomorrow night. I want them to have a good time.
Sure.
I'll go home and try to study what we did right, what we did wrong, and try to figure out some things. And, we're going to go to work next week, and I'll give them tomorrow off and let them enjoy their prom experience. There's more to life in baseball.
Right.
So, it's disappointing. We didn't play well. We didn't show near the product that we're capable of producing. We've beat some good ball clubs this year. we've lost to some clubs, and Monroe County has gotten a lot better since last year. And I told our kids today that based on the scouting that I've tried to do, and it's not as easy to scout in baseball as it is in football and basketball, because you can't figure out what offense or defense to run. Right. But again, we looked at them. We knew they were a quality ball club, about 300 as a team, and we knew they'd put the ball in play, and then they did, and we just didn't respond as well as we should have. But I'm going to focus a little on the positive. These 7 seniors have given us, I think every one of them has played 4 and 5 years. One of them has only played 3, so they average over 4 years, and they and their parents have given a lot to our program, and we're proud of their accomplishments. Again, one game does not define a career, thankfully. So,
Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot real quick. You got 7 seniors?
Yes, sir.
I'd like for you to go down through there and just say a little something about them.
Okay.
Because they may look back on this in years.
Yeah, I got you. Andrew Talley, his first one here on the list, and Andrew has been he can play any position on the field, Granville. He's caught for us, he pitches, and I've tried him at 4 different infield places, and he doesn't hurt us anywhere we put him. Andrew's got the ability to play at the next level, got great hand-eye coordination, figures out when he's got 2 strikes at the plate that he's got to change his swing a little bit, and Andrew's learned that. So Andrew's got could play at the next level if he wants to. Darren Alexander leads us in stolen bases, had 2 hits tonight, played well in center field, reads the ball well. Darren's he's a funny kid. He keeps everybody laughing in practice. Great to have around. Cam Litch, that kid will dive for a ball, run through a wall for us. I'm about to get emotional because Cam is, he's just a special player that like I said, wherever I put him, he'll dive, he'll fight, he'll hustle. He gives us all he's got. Cole Baxter, Cole's a race car driver, and he's got a tough mentality, and he's working hard, and came in tonight and threw some strikes for us early. Then a couple things didn't go real well, and but you look out and Cole Baxter's walking out to the mound right now to tamp down the pitcher's mound. So that's the kind of kid he is. He does what he's got to do to try to help the team. Then we go to Ian White. Ian White has been a phenomenal young man. His senior quote tonight was, "Always do what's right, no matter who's watching."
That's great. That's awesome.
And when you've got a kid like that is giving you all he's got for 5 years, it's special young man. And then I think about Ty, and I've got Gage. Let me talk about Gage. Gage started out the year injured. He had some kind of quad injury, and about the time he got healthy, he pulled it again. And he's had a tough year dealing with injuries. He's finally getting to where he can get. He got 2 hits tonight.
Yeah, a couple hits tonight.
Yeah. So Gage is he's a good kid, funny kid. And then last but not least, Ty Brantley. When he walked out to the mound tonight, and I've known Ty. I've known all these kids all their life, but Ty, when he was a baby, they didn't know if he was going to make it or not, and that kid's giving me everything he's got, and I love them all. But when he walked out that mound tonight, I was grateful and thankful that I've had the opportunity to coach him, and that the good Lord let him stay around, and that we could that I could enjoy this time with him. So these guys have given their heart and soul to this program, and I hate it that we wasn't able to get them a win tonight. But again,
Well, the good part is, Coach, is that a couple weeks we got district tournament time, and that's a brand new season.
Right.
That's a brand new season, and we're looking forward to that, and hopefully these guys will be able to make their mark. And then, you guys have done well in the district tournament the last couple of years.
Yes.
Let's not forget who the district champs are.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, let's focus on the positive, and hopefully we'll see some good things coming out there.
Exactly. We're back-to-back district champs, and we have beat everybody in our district once this year. So we know we can play with all three clubs if we just put it all together. So we'll keep working. We'll figure it all out, and we'll get to the bottom of it, and the kids will come out fighting, and I'll come out fighting, and I've not give up on us. Like I said, tonight wasn't good, but we'll figure it out. And in a week and a half, when we're playing over at Grayson County, we don't know who our opponent is yet. But like I said, we're going to put a good product on the field, and we're going to compete, and hopefully we'll come back with a three-peat. So.
Fantastic. Thank you, Coach
Right.
Michael Meredith.
Right. Coach, most of the time it's not all about winning and losing. It's how they play the game.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go out on a limb right now. This was the inaugural game we done it. I was glad to be a part of it. And tonight's players of the game is those 7
Absolutely.
seniors.
Yeah. Couldn't say it better. Couldn't say it better.
All right, guys.
So.
I appreciate y'all being here.
Right.
Thanks so
Thank you,
much.
Coach. Coach Mike Meredith. Appreciate him coming in and talking to us here tonight on Wildcats Live. And very, very well said by Coach Meredith.
I don't know if anybody else could have said it any better.
That's dandy right there.
And they ain't no reason why you can't get emotional.
Man,
you put your time.
That's right, man.
Time in with these kids.
People don't understand. This is part of Coach Meredith's life. This is part of these kids' life. It's a huge part of their life, and they've got their heart and soul invested in it. And if you don't get emotional from time to time, man, I've got a question mark about you.
Just like with Michael, he's known most of these kids, but when you take them on as a coach, they become yours.
That's right, man. That's exactly right.
And if you don't have your whole heart in it like Michael has, I've played and I've seen other coaches that, they're all about the wins. They don't care, But, his heart's in the right place, and these kids are too. And it's not all about the wins and losses. It's the memories these guys make.
That's right. So you just mentioned the player of the game. Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Walden's Barbecue. That's going to be our 7 seniors. Coach Meredith just talked about the whole list, went down the whole row of them. Very well said, and good bunch of kids here. And, prom is tomorrow, and we do hope that they have a good time. We hope they make good decisions. I know I've got one of my own that's going to be going to the prom, and hope everything goes well with that. So, well, Granville, about time to wrap it up, buddy. Thank you for doing this with me.
Not a problem.
Had fun, even though we're still shaking and freezing here to death. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to keep this baseball here. It was a foul ball. We're going to keep it. It's scuffed up pretty good, and we're going to.
I'm wondering.
Take it. We're going to put it up in the.
I'm going to ask him right here on the spot. Since this was the inaugural game, this was a foul ball. Could you have your 7 seniors sign that and give it to Edmondson Voice?
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
We'll put that on in the Edmondson Voice office.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to wrap it up here at Edmondson County, where the Wildcats fall to Monroe County by the score of 12-2. Hey, be on the lookout for a brand new show that's going to start soon, the Friday Show, hosted by Jamie Carnes and me every Friday. If you don't know what that's going to be, man, just get ready.
Just hold on.
Just get ready. So, hey, good night, Wildcat fans. Thanks for watching. For Granville Meredith, this is Darren Doyle, and this has been Wildcats Live, presented by Alfred's Pharmacy, only on EdmondsonVoice.com.
You're listening to Wildcats Live on Edmonson County's #1 source for local news and information, EdmondsonVoice.com.